I have posted on TikTok every single day, multiple times a day for the last 60 days. And here are some of the things that I've learned that most people don't say. First, I didn't reach my follower goals, not even close. I was trying to reach 10K by the end of May. I pushed for it. I watched some of my peers get it. I didn't, but I didn't quit. And even though I didn't reach my 10K, I did gain the support of some phenomenal friends who are going to check back in with my work every single day. And of course, I did the how to go viral videos, and although I saw people's pages blowing up from them, it just didn't work for me. What I learned about that is sometimes quality is better than quantity. Followers on TikTok, I would have to say for sure, it is a quality thing. The community that I've built in this time that I've been consistent, super supportive, they are going to be the ones that are on my posts every single day. As soon as they see them, they are going to comment. And the same with theirs. I give back to them. Having a quality community is important for everyone, but for me in particular, because I make character content. Over the last 60 days, I've created probably at least 12 or 13 new characters, 3 different series. I could pop up as any one of them at any time. So if you're not interested in character content, then it probably doesn't matter if you follow me or not, because you're not gonna wanna see my shit. Which leads me to the next thing. Posting every day for the last 60 days has supercharged my creativity. I was already creative. However, knowing that I wanted to show up on the For You page, knowing that I wanted to get new eyes on my content, I just started seeing the world differently. Not that I don't see the world in a humorous way already, but I started to see how people were saying everything is content. Because yes, I do character work. I write scenes. I do the most, but because those things take a long time to edit, I have to find ways to entertain myself with content that take less time. And my mind is flooded with ideas. So much so that like I wake up in the middle of the night, like, let me make a note about that because I'm gonna want to do that in the morning. So whereas it was like pulling teeth to figure out things to create before, after doing 60 days of posting, I have so many ideas that it's hard for me to narrow it down. Another thing that I've learned after posting for 60 days consistently, multiple times a day, is that if the content is not good, it will not go through. But also, sometimes your shit just isn't going to get pushed out. Look, people talk about posting times. Some people say posting times matter. Some people say they don't. I've tried it all, you guys. And what I will say is if I don't spread out my content, they don't show the next piece or the piece before. I think that my content was pushed out the most when I posted like 3 times a day and made it more so like a morning, noon, and night kind of thing. That's not a science, and I can't prove that. But all I know is from watching what happens with my posts. When I post more than 3 times a day, they just don't do as well. But I be doing it because I be having a lot of ideas. I think that one of the most important things that I learned over 60 days of posting content consistently was that if you want to be a content creator, if you're really about this life, you have to enjoy the process. This is not something that you can be like focused on the result, because a lot of the result is something you don't have control over. So if you need to be in control of everything and every result, this is probably not the wave for you. But over the 60 days, I have enjoyed creating, filming, watching my shit, and making it for me. I don't make content for other people. I make it for myself. And I probably would have my over 10K if I did make it for other people. Because another thing you will notice once you start posting every day is that the algorithm will tell you what it wants you to post. There's a certain type of post that it wants me to focus on. And although that is something that is important to me, it's something that I don't think I can keep up in the long run. So although sometimes I'll hop out and make that kind of video because they're not pushing my shit out, I can't rely on that subject to bring in all of my community, because I can't hold up that end of the bargain. Because I do believe that what you see is what you get. And I want my community to know that this is exactly who they're going to get. Yes, I am going to improve and I'm going to change over time, but I don't want to bait and switch people into my community and then they're like, oh, this is not what she does all the time. Does that make sense? Finally, I have grown tremendously, even in 60 days. The ways that I know how to edit now, the ideas that I have, the way that I can simplify something. My content is just better. And not only that, because I was posting so much, I got invited to go to a creator event on Juneteenth. And I was like, I didn't even know that TikTok knew I existed, but they do. So if this is something that you want to do, stay the course, be consistent, and find other things that bring you joy and value about the content creating process other than just the monetary potential, because there's a lot to be gained, and I've learned a lot, and I've connected with some beautiful people. So that's my 2 cents that you didn't ask for.